Assalamu alaikum, Abuna.
Welcome, Hanan. Greetings to you.
I want to ask my questions, then for you to respond and explain. Then, when Amr ibn al-As conquered Egypt, Egypt was a Christian country, and Amr, as a Muslim man, what did he do to Christians? He lived among them in love and good manners, and they showed us love, and we learnt love from each other, Abuna. Don't you believe in God?
Amr ibn al-As, when he came to Egypt, you said he came with love and peace, and let people live in peace and in love. They deceived you. You know al-Miqrazi in other Islamic history books. It's well known. Al-Miqrazi wrote Egypt's history, and he said when Amr ibn al-As came to Egypt, he gave the Copts 3 choices. And of course, those 3 choices are well known Islamically. 1. Convert to Islam. 2. And if they don't convert to Islam, to pay jizya. And 3. If they don't pay the jizya, they get killed. Convert, pay jizya, get killed. Whoa, the love. Amr ibn al-As was very loving. He was a lover of spilling blood. He loved killing Hanan. Read al-Miqrazi and see how many souls he killed in Egypt from the Copts. And he didn't live with the Copts with love, but with the sword. Many of the poor converted who didn't hold on to faith, and many of the poor died who held on to faith. And many of the rich paid the jizya who held on to faith. You do not know the history, Hanan, but it's good you're asking.
30 seconds, we're going to watch 1,200 years of conquest. Look how fast this is happening. Bam! Here comes... You didn't know France was hammered that hard, did you? You heard of Tours. Watch what's happening in Spain, in the islands. Now, many of these raids or battles, if they're at the coastline, are slave raids. The slaving that took place in here was extensive and went on and on. All of this work is also happening now then. We're now into the golden age of Baghdad. This is the punishment that's being handed out to Christians everywhere. In Spain, after one battle, there were knights' heads were cut off, and they made a pile so high that a man on horseback couldn't see over them. All of the European civilization in North Africa is now gone.
I have a question. Have you read the 13th tribe?
No.
Okay.
Now, pretty soon, and by the way, there will be a period of time, and you can see the clock running up here, there will be a brief blip of 5 battles that occur in North Africa, the Barbary Pirate Wars. We're on there. Okay? Now then, Byzantium has fallen. Now then, Eastern Europe is being hammered. Notice that it is relentless. It doesn't stop. This is the history that you're never told about. This is the history that explains how all of this came about. Now then, they're getting slower because Islam is becoming weaker. Corruption. All empires collapse from the inside, ultimately. Okay. I say that what caused the collapse of classical civilization was not the invading German barbarian tribes. I say that classical civilization was destroyed by Islam. The jihad is against the Jew, the Buddhist, the Christian, the Hindu, and the secularists, by the way. The secularists are the worst of all. Well, maybe worse than the Hindu. It gets hard to know, you know, I mean, really. It's against all kafirs. That's who the jihad is against. The religion of peace. Here we go. 548 battles, 19,000 jihad attacks. In 12 decades, in 1,400 years that are jihad-free. Therefore, Islam is 91% violence and 9% peace. So George Bush was 9% right when he declared religion of peace. Constant violence is why? There's a doctrine. The doctrine of jihad is found in the Sirah, the Quran, and the Hadith. We've already been over this. They don't like kafirs. We have a whole doctrine of jihad within the text. Islam was only successful through jihad. Therefore, we have a doctrine which produces jihad, and it produces this effect of the collapse of civilizations. Here you go. Tears of jihad. 270 million dead over 1,400 years. Read them and weep. Read them and weep.